It's getting serious. Trump loses it all, calling Judge Juan Merchan a kangaroo in the courtroom after he found out that Trump and his family are involved in a fraud case. Notwithstanding, let's unravel this together. Donald Trump, the former president, has sparked controversy once again with his remarks about Judge Juan Merchan, who is in charge of a fraud investigation involving Trump and his family company. On Tuesday, April 23, 2024, Trump reportedly vented his fury via his Truth Social account. He accused the judge of being highly conflicted and said that Merchan had violated his constitutional right to free expression. The developing legal drama highlights the complicated issues surrounding Trump's involvement with the legal system, rekindling discussions about responsibility and the degree to which public leaders may be held accountable for their deeds, the president said in a tweet. Prosecutors charged the former president and his business with exaggerating property valuations to gain loans and understating them to reduce tax costs. The prosecution centers on claims of financial malfeasance inside the Trump organization. Trump has dismissed the inquiry as a politically driven witch hunt and denied any misconduct. Court Merchan was criticized by Trump when the court denied a petition to dismiss the case, allowing it to go to trial. Judge Merchan disagreed, saying that there was enough evidence to support a trial despite the former president's legal team's claims that the case was politically motivated and ought to be dismissed. Trump claims that the judge's decision to restrict certain of the former president's and his attorney's public remarks was an infringement on his constitutional right to free speech. The court expressed worries that their remarks would sway prospective juries and impede the trial's impartiality. These limitations have drawn strong opposition from Trump and his legal team, who claim that they impair their capacity to defend themselves in the court of public opinion. Although everyone has the right to free speech, legal experts have pointed out that in order to guarantee a fair trial, there are restrictions on what may be said in court. In order to avoid influencing the verdict of the trial or harming prospective jurors, judges often place limits on the public remarks made by the parties engaged in a case. Judge Merchan has not publicly responded to the criticism of Trump's remarks. Legal experts have pointed out that it is improbable that the judge would withdraw from the case as Trump has asked. Normally, judges would only step down from a case if there was an obvious conflict of interest or prejudice, neither of which has been shown in this instance. The persistent legal struggles that the former president and his family company are facing are brought to light by the scandals surrounding the fraud case and Trump's remarks. All eyes will be on the courtroom as the case progresses to see how the legal processes play out and if Trump's allegations of unfair treatment will have an effect on the trial's verdict. But as he makes his way through the legal maze of his hush money trial connected to a sex scandal involving adult film actress Stormy Daniels, former President Donald Trump finds himself at clash with New York Justice Juan Merchan's orders. Before opening arguments on Monday, April 22, 2024, Raw Story stated that Justice Merchan chaired a Sandoval hearing on Monday, April 22, 2024, with the objective of defining the permissible boundaries for any testimony that Trump could want to provide if he decides to take the stand. The central dispute among the judges is on the introduction of contested material. Justice Merchan held that the prosecution may use some aspects of Trump's prior behavior and legal involvements. Notably, the judge decided that the prosecution's line of inquiry may include the Access Hollywood video, on which Trump brags about abusing women sexually. Merchan also gave permission to take into account Trump's breaking of a gag order and his unfavorable decision in a civil fraud case, in which he might be liable for a hefty $454 million in penalties. Witnesses reported seeing Trump exhibit obvious disapproval throughout the reading of the admissible evidence, as seen by his sporadic head shaking, as reported by Erica Orden in Politico. Judge Merchan's description of the possible conflict with two defamation cases filed by author E. Jean Carroll, who accused Trump of sexual assault, exacerbated the rift even further. Although Trump has strongly refuted these allegations, he has been held accountable for defamation by two different juries and for Carroll's sexual assault by one jury. Judge Merchan's judicial roadmap notwithstanding, Trump is certain that he would testify on his own behalf. Legal professionals, however, have voiced doubts about the wisdom of this choice.